What's going on? It's your counselor, Polly Rob. Welcome to another episode of my Polly Rob podcast. I appreciate everybody liking and subscribing and showing the ultimate love, man. I really, really appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right into it. Today in Southern California, if you're a hip hop fan, if you're a TDE fan, if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, if you live in LA, if you live in Compton, if you live in the surrounding areas, you know during Christmas time, during the holidays, TDE does this every single year. Every single year. They do their annual Christmas performance and giveaway. You know, it's a whole event where it's nothing but good love, good family, you know, giving away presents to the kids. Big old stage. It's in Compton, so it's thousands of people from miles around and in the city that comes to really, really enjoy. Performances, you know, from Compton artists, from other artists that you may have tuned into from the West Coast. And then, of course, you already know, Doc gonna do his thing, at least a couple minutes, you know what I mean? Now, I know that there's a lot of, you know, toy drives, Christmas events, you know, that happens in the city. And much respect to all of them. Much respect to all of them, because especially in today's time, like, we need more support. There's a lot of families that just don't have it, you know what I mean? There's a lot of kids who want to be inspired. You know, Christmas time it's that time where, you know, the kids want to get their gifts. They want to feel the warmth of family and togetherness. And then also they want to be inspired, you know? If they can go see a brand new movie, or they can go to a concert of their choice, or they could just be in an environment where everybody's uplifting each other, that's a beautiful thing. And I think all of the Christmas events, you know, holiday events, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? This event, the TDE Christmas, is one of the biggest in LA. One of the biggest. It might be one or two on the level. You know what I mean? Reason being is because, and I'm not talking about numbers or, you know, people or, you know, capacity, stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm more so talking about the camaraderie, the energy, the people that are represented there. You know, like, it's a real representation of when LA comes together, when Compton comes together. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, it is, I would say it's a very networking type of situation for a lot of the artists that are backstage or even, you know, close in the front, things like that. Like, I've had the privilege of, you know, being, you know, at the TDE Christmas, you know, backstage with all of my guys that I rock with, and, you know, artists that I've done records with, you know, and it's all love, you know what I mean? But it's one of those energies where it's like, yo, everybody's supporting everybody in that, you know, instance. I know a lot of people that's not from the city, or not from LA, California, or whatever, you know, however you want to call it. They don't understand that the pop-up concert that Kendrick Lamar had last year was not, it wasn't an event that didn't happen before. It just happened in a smaller capacity. Like, the pop-out was a representation of so many other events that we get, like the TDE Christmas, like other events where a lot of the city artists come together. And I know a lot of people in media, hip hop media, especially West Coast hip hop media, no disrespect, but they love to, you know, talk about the bad stuff that happens with West Coast artists. But let's talk about all of the good things that comes from being able to be in these type of environments. You know what I'm saying? If you were there, if you were at the event today, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody had a ball. I'm talking about it was thousands of people out there. And you got to keep in mind, you know, the stigma is Compton is a dangerous place. But no, it has its dangerous parts. But Compton is a very beautiful place. Very, very great residential area. Real black families. Houses that's been owned by black people for years. Good community energy, you know, from sports to, you know, education. Like, it's really, really a place where if you live there, you are rooted in something deep. And the Christmas event, the TDE Christmas, is a reflection of how deeply rooted, deeply cultured, deeply together Compton really is. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great thing. They had some performances from, you know, Snoop Dogg was there, Snoop and Dre, you know what I'm saying? They did their thing on stage. You know, that was dope because it's just one of those things where it's like anytime you get Snoop and Dre together in one sitting, it's always a beautiful thing. Always. And it's one of those things where it's like, you got to remember, Dre's from Compton, of course, you know, Snoop up the way from Long Beach, not too far. And they're the pioneers of all of those artists that were on stage today. They're the pioneers of all of this, along with like DJ Quick, you know, Ice Cube, things like that. They're the pioneers. So anytime you get the pioneers to come out and come enjoy and show love in a Christmas event with thousands of people, it's always a lovely thing. You know what I'm saying? One of my homegirls, shout out to Black Diamond, shout out to Queen of Compton. I gotta mention my sis. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who Queen of Compton is, look up Black Diamond on YouTube. You know, look her up. She's a very, very dope artist, elite lyricist. Let's be clear, elite lyricist. She actually comes from the battle rap culture. You know what I'm saying? She got, you know, actual battles under her belt. You know what I mean? On some URL type energy. You know what I mean? She's dope. And what she did was, you know, every year, or like, I would say every year, she does what is called the Cypher House Freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And she takes a group of female artists, the ladies that got bars, and she does a freestyle, you know, over a particular beat, whether it's original or whether it's, you know, instrumental from somewhere. And she actually, you know, records it. All the ladies recording their verses in the studio. I've had the privilege of the last freestyle that they did, which I'll get to the performance that they did at the TDE Christmas. You know, I had the privilege of, you know, recording that and mixing, mastering it, getting it where it needed to be. And what she did was she took the Red Bull Cypher instrumental, and she had the female lyricists on there doing a thing. You know what I'm saying? She had Lily Baby, you know what I mean? Shout out to Lily Baby. She had Bon Bon the Don. She's dope as well. She also had Ash Bash the Coldest, fire, you know what I'm saying? And of course, Queen of Compton, Black Diamond herself, you know what I mean? And they, Black Diamond has been doing these ciphers for a while, you know what I mean? And she always tries to get people to understand, like, yo, recognize the female lyricists as well. Like, don't just tune into the guys, check out these female lyricists as well. And this particular year, you know, TDE allowed Black Diamond to do her freestyle with her female MCs, with the crew, with the homegirls, you know what I'm saying? Right on stage. They was on stage doing a thing. Kudos to Black Diamond and all the ladies, you know what I'm saying? They did their thing. I actually saw some footage, and they burnt down that stage. And that's what I love. That's what I love. Togetherness, coming together. female artists working together. How many times have you seen that? No shade to nobody, but we're all better together. I love what Black Diamond is doing. She's taking the dopest female MCs, not just from Compton, from all places. And this is probably like her 6th or 7th cypher. And what she does is she takes 4 or 5 girls together, including herself, you know what I'm saying, does the freestyle, does a music video to the cypher, you know what I mean, and puts it out. And it get crazy views. Everybody be tapped in. It's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is what I like. This is what I like about what hip hop can do. And for every young woman that was at that TDE XMAS that's aspiring to do music, got a chance to see Black Diamond, Lily Baby, Bon Bon the Don, Ash Bash the Coldest on stage doing their thing and saying, I want to do that. I want to get down like how they get down. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TDE, shout out to Kendrick, shout out to the whole team for allowing female artists of elite dope lyricist stature to get on stage and do their thing. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever was the, director of the stage or the whatever, whoever it was, thank y'all. That means that y'all paying attention. That means that y'all are part of the culture and looking for new dope talent. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, Kendrick came through, of course. And if you look at a lot of footage that's online, Kendrick is just smiling. He's happy. I don't know if he performed or not. Let me know if he performed in the comments. But he definitely came out to show love. So many congratulations, so many conversations, him walking through, shaking hands, kissing babies, showing love. I seen, a clip with, Dot and Chuck Dizzle, Dot and Day One, Dot and K-Boy, Dot and, I'm talking about these are people that, just like myself, are actual real friends and went through the same trials and tribulations that Kendrick did. And being able to see him again is just, hey, what's going on, man? What's good? You know what I'm saying? Love what you're doing. Keep going. Of course, Kendrick got to move through the crowd, but it's like, it's real love, real handshakes, real hugs, real laughter, real smiling, real camaraderie. You feel me? This is what I love. Not to mention gifts, gifts for the kids, toys, clothes, giveaways, all for the kids. Because it's about the kids, nonetheless. It's about making the city feel good. You get off tour, you drop an album, you did a battle, you did all of that stuff, and you came home and showed love to the people. This is what we need more of. There's a lot more artists that do that as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just pointing out, even though this video is about the Christmas with TDE, but there's a lot of other artists that do it too. And I want hip hop media, if you see that and you cover that, talk about it. Because we need more of our artists to get kudos and get love for being able to do that. You know what I'm saying? It was so many people out there. You know what I mean? From Glasses Malone to Compton AD, shout out to my guy. Shout out to Smack. You know what I'm saying? Smack got a chance to, literally like talk to Snoop and just congratulate Snoop and just thank him for being a legend that he is. Come on, man. This is hip hop. This is hip hop. We need more of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're in LA, because I guess you missed this one, but if you're in LA or you're in Compton, next year, make sure you make it to the TDE XMAS. It's a great, great place to be. Good energy, no BS. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to a TDE Christmas, because they've done it for years. Let me know if you've ever been to a TDE Christmas and what's your best moments at the TDE Christmas. Let me know all of your best moments at a TDE Christmas. I appreciate y'all. You already know what it is, man. New content, new vibes, new music, new energy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to local astronauts, my squad. You know what I mean? We got more things coming. That's why you haven't seen me for a little bit, because I've really been working. I really got some things brewing. Me and the team really got some things going. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all. It's all love. Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. Workload.